Hi peeps, and welcome to my very first tutorial on using iron-on fixative, otherwise known as heat and bond. I'm starting off with this cushion cover which I'm going to affix to a garment panel. Now this is the heat and bond. It comes on a roll. You can buy it just a few centimeters at a time or a whole roll. I tend to buy it by the meter because I use quite a lot. So what I'm going to firstly do is I've gotten my cushion cover panel all ready, and I'm going to cut out the heat and bond paper to size. Now the thing about heat and bond is it has two sides. It has a rough side and it has a smooth side. The rough side is the side that you will be ironing onto the fabric, and the smooth side faces up, and the iron actually glides over that smooth side. So you can see here I'm just cutting out the paper to size, and in a minute, hey, there you go. So there we have my cushion cover with the wrong side up, and I have my heat and bond sitting on top of that with the smooth side up and the rough side down. I'm just going to trim off those little bits there, because if you don't, when you iron it on, they'll stick onto your ironing board or your ironing surface. As you can see there, I just want to point out my incredibly new age and sophisticated ironing surface there. Yes, so that's evidence you don't need any special materials to do upcycling and applique. So what's happening here is I've ironed on the back just lightly so that I can flip it over, and just want to point out here that I could have actually shown you how to do this with a really normal looking flat square piece of fabric with absolutely no puckers, and it would have been so fucking easy. But no, I've chosen the most difficult probably piece of fabric that you could possibly use. Anyway, as you can see, what I'm doing is going over the heat and bond on both sides to make sure that it is completely fixed. That's a high setting on my beautiful purple iron too, by the way. So there we are. That paper is completely fixed onto, and now watch. That's my special get the corner off movement, and we're just going to peel that off and chuck that in the bin, and voila, we have a great big iron-on transfer basically. Now I just want to point out the amount of time that it takes me to work out that I haven't actually got the right bit of fabric to put it on. There we go. I'm going to clip that thread. And what I'm going to do now is actually just get my great big fat iron-on transfer and spend a bit of time just deciding where I want to put it. Bit of time. Where I want to put it. Do I want to put it there? No, no. Do I want to put it there? No, no. I actually want to put it there. Okay. It's important that you do take a bit of time to decide where you want to put it, because once it's on there, it's an asshole to get off. You can, unpick it if you want to. You can rip it off, but it's going to leave a big fucking mess. And so make sure you position it exactly where you want it. So we've ironed the front a bit. Now we're going to iron through the back to make sure that that's affixed firmly right through. Just be careful not to run your iron over that sticky edge if you possibly can, because that's going to stick to your iron and make a really mess. Okay, so we've done that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to trim off that extra off the sides, being very careful. Yeah, really super careful. You'll see just how careful I can be by putting my fingers right near the scissors. Yeah, good one. Okay, there we go. Look at that. But that's not finished, because if we wash that now, the applique will just pretty much come off. Just a few finishing touches before we put it under the sewing machine. Yay! Okay, here's my sewing machine. And what I'm going to do, which I don't often do, is I'm going to actually pin the corner where I'm going to start just to hold that. Mainly because it's it's quite a puckered piece of fabric and I want to make sure that it actually catches on that corner. So using a straight stitch first, I'm going to go around the perimeter. Be very careful to hold it nice and flat. Now I'm coming to a raw edge here. This is where I clipped off the edge. So I've changed to a zigzag stitch and I'm just going to run that zigzag stitch. Ah, shit, my bobbin ran out. Okay, here we go, and back where we began. Yep, raw edge, so zigzag stitch, straight stitch, all the way down there. I'm just going to run that very carefully as close to that piping, actually, but if you were doing this with just a piece of fabric, you might have a folded edge. You might have a raw edge that you wanted to zigzag all the way around. You might just want to, often when I'm doing this, I just do a straight stitch and leave, say 1/2 centimetre. And that means that when it's washed, the edges go all nice and shabby. Yeah, get your little tail out of the way, dude. That's it. Clipping the threads. So what I'm going to do actually is flick to a zigzag stitch now and go around the whole thing again, even the parts that were just straight stitched. That's to go over that piping and just give it a little bit of extra reinforcement, because this is going to be part of a garment that's going to go through the wash machine again and again. Now that central part of that applique will separate a little bit in the wash, so you want to make sure that it's fixed with your sewing. Yahoo, we're done. And here it is. That beautiful zebra panel is now on my pants panel. And now I can add some embellishments. Let's see what exciting embellishments I managed to come up with out of my pile. Very exciting. Yeah, it's a button. Anyway, there you go. Happy applique.